Shalom, family. It's good to see you all here. We're going to talk about old crickety Joe Biden. And it just goes to show you how the system is so crooked and how they have set things up just for the intent to get us. And you'll see what I mean when I get into the story, but it's nothing new. But this is all the more reason for reparations. So let me share my screen. I think this is, Biden's old mug. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Okay, everybody. Joe Biden wants to reclassify marijuana, and wait until you find out why this is coming up. Now, we know it's an election year, and, they're going to do all kinds of little things. We all know. Thank you for the ones, everybody. We all know, that's what it's all about. He's not going to actually talk about reparations. That's exactly what they're trying to avoid, at all cost. So let's get into it. So Joe Biden, he wants to reclassify cannabis and slamming failed approach. And The US Justice Department, they are the ones that classify dangerous substance. And they actually got cannabis classified that way. And the only reason why they do, y'all, is because they know in our community, people are more inclined to do cannabis than any other hard drug. You know, they won't touch a lot of that hard stuff out there, but they'll, smoke some weed. So because of that, they classified it as dangerous. And that also justifies keeping our people in jail for long periods of time for this ridiculous stuff. Oh boy. The only thing this system needs to do is disappear and never be seen again, as far as I'm concerned. So, the US Justice Department has formally moved to reclassify cannabis as a less dangerous substance, the country's biggest drug reform in over 50 years. President Joe Biden hailed the steps as an important move towards reversing long-standing inequities. It's a turnaround for a politician who 3 decades ago crafted a tough crime bill. Now he is going in the other direction on this whole thing. And, and it has a lot to do with his son being a junkie. Let's be real. Nobody's a bigger junkie than Hunter Biden, and that's the truth. So, anyway, it could help Mr. Biden's Democrats shore up wavering support among younger voters. I told you this was all about the election year. In an election year, Thursday's plan does not legalize marijuana outright for recreational use, as is currently the law in 24 US states and the District of Columbia. 38 US states have also legalized marijuana for medicinal purposes. Far too many lives have been upended because of our failed approach to marijuana, Mr. Biden said on Thursday, formerly known as Twitter, X. So he said it on X, formerly known as Twitter. In a departure from his usual cannabis policy, I'm committed to righting those historic wrongs. You have my word. Well, I don't know. I don't think his word carries any weight. Didn't he say that, the black community, he was going to have our back? Didn't he say that? His word didn't carry no weight on that, did it? Mm, I don't know about your word there, old Joe. So anyway, administration proposal would shift pot from a Schedule 1 controlled substance to the most restrictive category to a Schedule 3. My question is, why is it a Schedule 1 in the first place? So the federal government would no longer view the drug along with other dangerous and habit forming substances like ecstasy, heroin, and LSD. So what they did was they lumped marijuana with things like fentanyl, heroin, LSD, the hard stuff, meth. They lumped marijuana all together in with those hardened substance. And there's no way marijuana even compares to those more hardcore substances. But they did that to justify putting our people in jail. Oh, no, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. You can get years behind bars for that. Yeah, sure you can. 'Cause they they've done so much to set our people up. You know, it is ridiculous. So rescheduling would probably stimulate the legal cannabis industry by enabling easier access to traditional banking services and outside investments. The move would also provide crucial a crucial boost to the president struggling to rally young and minority voters behind his reelection bid. Uh-huh. A lot of people are angry with him over that Gaza war too, especially the Muslims in the positions that Joe Biden has taken. So I guess he's afraid to lose too many more votes. As a senator, Mr. Biden authored the 1994 crime bill that is often blamed for mass incarceration, disproportionately impacting Black people over drug offenses. As a candidate in 2020, Biden promised to decriminalize the use of cannabis and said he did not believe anyone should be behind bars on charges of simple possession or small scale use. Well, people are still going to jail in this country for marijuana. And he's been sitting there for how many years now? I thought we had his word. You know what I mean? I thought everybody had his word. So this is what he is saying now. But he continues to oppose a full scale legislation. His administration has instead granted 2 rounds of mass pardons for people with federal cannabis possession convictions. This is a load of BS. And this is why I am telling you this. If he does this on the federal level, very few of our people are going to be impacted by that. Most of our people are in jail for cannabis on the state level. So what if he does it on the federal level? Ooh, these people, you got to really watch the language these folks use. You got to watch the language. They love playing with words. So, 2 rounds of mass pardons for people with federal cannabis possession convictions. No one should be jailed just for using or possessing marijuana, he wrote on X on Thursday, nodding to his previous actions. Right now, listen to this. Right now, marijuana has a higher level classification than fentanyl and methamphetamines, the 2 drugs driving American overdoses. And, it's an epidemic on those drugs. It's not an epidemic on marijuana. It's not an epidemic on that. But they got marijuana classified with fentanyl and classified with meth. That doesn't even make any sense. But they did that to harm our community, y'all. You can best believe that's the reason why they did it. And he goes on to say it doesn't add up. No, it don't add up. It didn't even add up when you put this in place. They knew who it was going to impact. We know white people are the biggest potheads out here, but we're the most targeted. Our people that smoke it, I don't smoke anything, but our people that smoke it are the most targeted. And they know it too. They know it too. So, wow, you lumped marijuana. Wow. Boy, these people ain't no damn good. So, a Thursday, former rule proposal to the Federal Register kicks off a lengthy approval process, beginning with a 60-day public comment period before the change can take place. So, marijuana will no longer be looked at as a hard and dangerous narcotic, and it'll be classified as a 3. But, if Joe Biden wanted to make good on that, he would let everybody that is jailed right now on marijuana charges go. I'm serious. It doesn't matter if they're on the state level, the federal level, you should let them all go. That should not be a reason for someone being behind bars. Because, I mean, if he's going to do this on the federal level, it's not going to impact that many people, y'all. At all. And the people that are harmed the most are sitting in state prison, not federal. He's doing this because he sees the voters are slipping away. He sees it. They all see it. So they don't want to give us reparations. They know they don't want to do that. But what they're trying to do is come up with different ways that they think might be acceptable to the community. And, he can't get away with it that much, y'all, because at the end of the day, whatever changes he makes is not exclusively for the Black community, it's really for everybody. It's still not anything for us. I mean, don't just do it on the federal level. You got to really listen to what's being said. He's talking about federal. He's not talking about the people around you that are in the county jails or in the state prisons for this. He's not talking about them. This man is a disgrace. He is a disgrace. No, the Most High had to put that junkie son on him because of that crime bill that he put out. That the fact that he got somebody in his family close to him that's strung out like that, that is true judgment right there. That's exactly what it is. So he sees what's going on and he's trying to make these little baby steps, hoping that it would be acceptable enough and people will go out here and vote for him. Yeah, well, it's the same way with Donald Trump. No matter what you bring out about Donald Trump, you still got those people that come around Trump 2024, Trump 2024. And so you're going to still have the same people, just like Biden. No matter what you put out about Biden, they are diehard. They are going to vote for Biden. Definitely cringeworthy. Yeah, no. Biden ain't gonna talk reparations, y'all. I can tell you that right now. They know what we're talking about out here. They're fully aware. They are. They're just avoiding that topic because, remember this government is rooted in racism. That's why they got laws that are disparaging to us on the books. They got laws written where it will impact us more than anyone else, just like these marijuana laws. They don't arrest a lot of their own people for marijuana. They mess with our people all the time over that. The way they come at our community, you would think nobody in this country is doing weed except for us. That's the way they make it seem like. And we know that's not the case. Mhm. And Jerry, I don't think anybody here think Joe Biden is gonna save the Black community. I don't even know why you wrote that. We don't think like that around here. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, no, they're gonna go through the entire election cycle and reparations won't even be addressed. I mean, at this point in time, look, we know all these people were running since 2023. We knew about Joe Biden, running again. And from 2023 until what we're in May, is no trace of reparations coming up. They're going to go through the entire election cycle without mentioning it. That's what they will do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, we'll see how many people get out there and vote. It's gonna be an interesting election cycle. It really is. We'll see how many people get out there and vote for Biden or how many people actually sat at home and made good on that, where they weren't gonna go out there and vote for this man at all. So, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude. You know? So he only wants to change the marijuana classification because of the election. He's not doing anybody a favor by no stretch of the imagination. So everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day. And as far as the Bible study, I will have that up in probably the next 15 minutes for those of you that will be coming back. Shalom, family.